Whenever my wife and I see an officer of the law, we roll down our window and shout, "We are so thankful for what you do, and we are praying for your strength and safety." They are always sincerely thankful for the encouragement. They are very persecuted and criticized these days, and they need to hear how valuable they are to our society. Much like Christians, their work is to keep evil down, and ours is to destroy the works of the devil in this world, just as Jesus did. Officers meet people oftentimes at the finish line when they're absolutely desperate or convicted, perhaps on their way to jail or to the hospital. An officer that I was talking to said that the tragedies they see are sometimes almost unbelievable. We know that they need special grace for every encounter. They have a big responsibility in addressing those problems during those intense moments. And in many respects, we are also in a similar work as we often meet people during very difficult times in their lives. God leads us to people who need Him. I told one officer that I like to tell parents, "You may not be serious about teaching your children about Jesus, but the devil is very serious about destroying them." And the officer replied, "Funny that you should share that. One time I was sitting in my car waiting for a call, and I told God, 'Why don't you give me the calls you want me to go to? And I promise to be a soldier for you.'" And he added, "Believe it or not, ever since then, it's exactly what happens. I even tell people that any other officer could have come in my stead, but God sent me to help you, and I want you to think about reconnecting with your Creator." By then, he had tears in his eyes and said, "You wouldn't believe the miracles I see taking place in people's lives when I tell them God has sent me. People are so desperate for God. I usually end up leaving the site, bawling my eyes out." I said, "Wow, that really inspires me that you've made that decision to be at God's service. What a beautiful example you are of God's love." We all need to reflect that kind of outgoing concern towards everyone we meet. They may not be in deep trouble, such as when they meet an officer, but nonetheless, we may very well be a catalyst in their life at that very moment. What an awesome encounter! One of God's angels out there.